home. Welcome to Ripples. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks for your note, Mary. Well, it's been a very interesting day, and probably the most interesting moment of the day was when I took a new patient. I wasn't intending to take any new patients, but I absent-mindedly picked up my phone on Monday afternoon, and when I wasn't thinking, and I just said hello, and then realized that I was talking to someone who wants appointments, but I really don't have the time because I'm trying to get and start a fourth book at the moment, and which is about mechanisms, incidentally. So, but anyway, he seemed so relieved to have gotten through, and Kathleen had put him off. And so I thought, okay, if there's a cancellation this weekend, I'll see you. And so he came in, and he said that he has an unusual disease that causes weakness of the muscles, and that he's been to 3 or 4 neurologists to try to work out what's going wrong. And the last neurologist said, I think that we should just take your thymus gland out. And I was utterly horrified. But the interesting thing was, so was he. He was horrified. He said, I didn't even know what the thymus gland does, but it didn't seem right to take out a gland that's right in the center of your chest. So intuitively he knew that there was some degree of preciousness about that gland, and about all other glands, obviously, but the thymus gland is an extremely interesting phenomenon. It's a gland of defense that creates T cells, and it's on the Ren channel. So the Ren channel conducts Yuan Qi, but defensive Qi is the Qi of the exterior, which doesn't connect at that point except through the divergent channels. But I wanted to put a different lens on that, and that is that the thymus gland, which really is at the point Ren 17, the central altar, I think it's the fact that it's making T cells, or the fact that it's in a position of that much authority in immunity. It's telling us a lot more. It's telling us that to follow our heart, we have to defend ourselves or move away from. That would be a much better way of saying it. We need to move away from that which is not part of destiny, and that's why the thymus gland sits right at the heart and at the center of the chest. And the T cells that it produces, especially in childhood, are part of the construction of the understanding of destiny. So I wanted to do a ripple including Ren 17 as as an homage, I guess, to the thymus gland and the steering capacity that it has. And if we come back to the divergent channels where Ren 17 connects really to all the divergent channels, they all go through the heart. And when we're off track, and I managed to track this man's illness back to the year that he said it started, which is where I always start. They want to tell you every detail. They want to tell you give you the list of all the people that they've seen, and all the tests that they've had, and all the deficiencies, and all the diagnoses that they've had. But what I like to do is within, I let them talk for a while, and then I interrupt and say, well, so let's go back to the beginning again. what was going on at that time, and he said, I was in a horrible divorce. And so we tracked his muscle weakness back to being controlled, overpowered, manipulated, gaslighted, all those things. And so the treatment really had nothing to do with the musculature and everything to do with being able to let go of that past. So we did Yin Wei Mai, and he stood up and he was able to stand up and said, oh my goodness, my muscles are working. So I'm just telling you that story because they were talking about taking the thymus gland out to treat it, and he would have remained off track because it would have created a big disturbance to Ren 17. So the ripple that we'll put in the pond, I'm going to think of the second point in a minute, but Ren 17 would be the first point. The ripple to put out in the pond would be the honouring of the whole human body, the honouring of the body, mind as an integrated thing that in which each component is a vital part of the whole. And I think if we treated our bodies like that, and if we treated the earth like that, then there could be no conflict, there could be no internal conflict, and there could be no worldwide conflict. And so the other point would probably be the master earth point to honour the wholeness of the earth. That would be stomach 36, which will be the second time we've done that in a while. It's not a usual point, but I think it's a good one for this one. So stomach 36 and Ren 17, the honouring of the whole human body and the whole earth. And I think it's Earth Day. Is that right? Is it today? It's Earth Day? Maybe. All right. Thanks for being here. Let's get to work. Thanks, everyone. Remember, Andrew hosts a free meditation every Saturday at 4 p.m. The link is on the website. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.